Whether you pronounce it Worcestershire, Worcestershire, or Worcestershire, this sauce has been a staple condiment in homes for over 100 years. Hi everyone, Ken here. Today we're exploring Bonniecrest, a Newport mansion built on a foundation smothered in sauce. Hit that subscribe button and let's explore this house. Lea Perrins Worcestershire Sauce is a name that resonates in kitchens worldwide, but its journey from a humble chemist concoction in Worcester, England to a global culinary staple is a tale rich with intrigue and flavor. Our story begins in the early 19th century with two chemists, John Willie Lea and William Henry Perrins. In 1837, in their shop in Worcester, England, they created what would become the world-famous Worcestershire sauce. The recipe, rumored to have originated from a nobleman returning from Bengal, was initially deemed unpalatable. The chemist had the barrel of sour sauce stored in their cellar and nearly forgot about it. However, months later when they went to throw it out, they decided to taste it one more time. They discovered that the sauce had transformed into a flavorful condiment ready for public consumption. Thus, the Lea & Perrins brand was born, and their sauce quickly gained popularity for its unique and complex taste. The exact recipe for Worcestershire sauce has always been a closely guarded secret, adding to its allure. Early documents reveal ingredients such as vinegar, molasses, sugar, salt, anchovies, tamarind extract, onions, garlic, and various spices. This blend creates a rich, umami flavor essential for many dishes. Despite slight variations, the core ingredients have remained largely unchanged, ensuring that every bottle maintains its signature taste. From its early days, Worcestershire sauce has been celebrated for its versatility. It enhances the flavors of steaks, hamburgers, and traditional dishes such as Welsh rarebit and Caesar salad. Its ability to add depth and complexity to various recipes has cemented its status as a kitchen essential. But before it could become a household name, the Duncan family of New York played a pivotal role in bringing Worcestershire sauce to the United States. In 1839, they imported their first shipments, and over the next century helped establish its presence in American kitchens. Though the Duncans imported many other spices and goods to the US, Worcestershire sauce took them from successful merchants to extreme wealth. By the late 1800s, the family was able to branch out into banking, which is where our story intersects with Stuart Duncan and heir to the American sauce empire. Stuart purchased a prime lot in the fashionable Newport, Rhode Island, right along the water. He then hired architect John Russell Pope to design for him a mansion vested in English design. He drew inspiration from Compton Wynetts, a Tudor country house in Warwickshire, England. Though unlike many architects of the time who simply copied its design, he took key elements and created his own composition without directly copying the manner. The result was astounding and called timeless by architectural critics. Being built from limestone, red brick, half timbering, and artisan terracotta work at the chimneys, the mansion sprawled across the property. Duncan wanted a comfortable house, more akin to a traditional Tudor cottage, but being a member of high society, he needed space to entertain. The architect listened to his client and delivered a large mansion with smaller, livable rooms where Duncan could feel the cozy comforts of home. Now that we've explored the exterior and viewed the floor plan, let's head inside and see how the architect's vision played out. After passing through the front door, which was said to have been 1,200 years old at the time of the house's construction, we open a steel grille which leads us from the vestibule into the gallery. To the right of the grille is the grand staircase. Let's continue forward so we can get a closer look at it. The staircase rises below leaded windows, skirting a limestone block wall and set with Gothic tracery. The newel post is heavily embellished with figures ranging from human faces to a lion resting atop an Ionic scroll. If we travel further down the gallery past the staircase, we'll find the living room. The walls are clad in paneled oak, and sitting beyond antique Jacobean furniture is a massive limestone fireplace fashioned with Gothic styling. We can get a closer look at its upper mantle, boasting carvings of mythical creatures ranging from a centaur to a griffin. As we turn around to leave the room, we can pause for a moment to imagine living in this room as Duncan wished, with everything from European tapestries to model ships, and from family photos to potted plants to make it feel more comfortable. On the other side of the entryway, we'll find the library clad in linen-fold paneling with arched recesses for books and collectibles. Though perhaps the most impressive feature of this room is the incorporation of a 15th century mantle, giving the library an air of sophistication that only comes with age. Stepping back out into the gallery, we'll make our way down to the very end, opposite the living room. This brings us to the dining room, furnished out with English antiques and reproduction pieces to carry on the overall theme. The alcove at the end has a higher ceiling than the rest of the dining room, allowing natural light to flood in through two-story stained glass windows. And once again, the room would not be complete without a fireplace straight out of a fairy tale. After enjoying the mansion for many years, the Duncans sold Bonniecrest to real estate developers. In a way, the fate of the mansion is kind of like the taste of Worcestershire sauce, slightly sweet and a bit tangy. While the exterior remains largely intact, savory in its old age, The interior has soured, being stripped of its details and divided up into apartments. But I'll hand it back to you. What did you think about Bonniecrest? And out of curiosity, what do you like to pair Worcestershire sauce with? Let me know down below in the comments section. I also want to take this moment to make a special announcement. This house is now on television. Join me for in-person house tours by subscribing to the Reality Network on Roku. I'll place the link down below in a pinned comment and also in the video's description. You can use code THISHOUSE to get $10 off the annual subscription when you sign up today. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time on This House.